Hey, what's up everybody, it's S. Dot. So I was messing around at Academy the other day and I noticed that the Glock 19X MOS was on sale. It wasn't a crazy sale or anything like earth-shattering, but you know, a sale is a sale, so I figured why not, and I went ahead and pulled the trigger. Now I'm still going to be carrying my Glock 19 MOS as my EDC, and I'll have an update on that in the next video on about how things are going, how things are progressing, and I think I'm going to actually make a few changes to my EDC, but I'll cover that in the next video. This video is about the Glock 19X MOS. So now why did I actually buy this specific one when I already have a Glock 19 Gen 4, I have a Glock 19X, excuse me, a Glock 19 MOS, now I have a Glock 19X MOS. Well, I wanted one with a full-size grip. I've had my eye on a Glock 45 MOS, but when I saw this one on sale, it kind of met a lot of the things that I was kind of already looking for with the full grip, and has pretty much the same footprint as the Glock 19. So why I went with the X, and actually while I'm thinking about it, let's just go ahead and pop the top. So we have the usual suspects being the lock, the mag loader. I don't actually use these mag loaders. I use the one from a brand called Ablula. Not sure if you've heard of it, but I'll show you that in a little bit. So I wanted to do a quick unboxing, and again, this is going to be my unprofessional, untrained opinion. So if I say something wrong or get something wrong, you know, feel free to drop me a comment, you know, and educate me if you could. I'll show you what's in the box, obviously, which you can already see, and then I'll show you and do a little bit of comparison between the Gen 4, the Gen 5 MOS, and then the Glock 19X MOS. So let's do a safety check first. So we are unloaded. So the first thing that I noticed, obviously, and you noticed as well, it comes with a 17 round magazine, and then it comes with two more. And I think they both look to be 17s, or they say that they're 17s. I'm not sure if this is actually an extension or not. And you know what? Let's go ahead and actually test it out and see. Give me one moment.
12 seconds later.
Okay, we're back. So this is the Ablula that I was talking about. It actually is a nice mag loader. I think it's like 35 bucks if you get it on Amazon. I think they sell them at Academy, which is where I think I purchased mine. I usually wait for, you know, 10, 15, 20% discount, then I make all my purchases. So now let's go ahead and test it out to see if this truly is a 17 round magazine, if it's a +2 at 19, or if it's a +3 at 20. If I had to guess, I think it's a +2 to get us up to 19. So let's go ahead, stop stalling, and test it out. Okay, so that settles it. So it does hold 19. So in that case, you're gonna get two 19 round magazines, and then one 17 round magazine. With these actual magazines, obviously being the 17 and the 19, these actually are compatible with my old Glock 19, as well as the Glock 19 Gen 4. And again, all these weapons have been safety checked. There you go. So obviously you can't go the other direction, meaning the Glock 19 does not fit the Glock 19X MOS just because it has a longer grip. But I'll show you those dimensions in a little bit. For the most part, it's going to be pretty much a standard Glock 19 as far as the dimensions, except for obviously the handle's a little bit longer. And I actually don't like this little lanyard thing. I think if I was like jumping out of an airplane or maybe swimming, I might actually use it. I have no need for it, so I'm probably going to cut it off. And who are we kidding? I'm not going to cut it off, so hopefully this thing can pop out, which it looks like it does. If it does pop out, I'll go ahead and take that off because I have no need for it. The stippling on it pretty much matches, I believe. Obviously, since this is going to be, both of these are Gen 5s, pretty much the same. And for the Glock 19 Gen 4, looks like the stippling is the same. Now, the Gen 4 does have the finger grooves. Gen 5 does not. Obviously, neither of them have the finger grooves, which to me, they're okay. I actually don't mind the finger grooves. I think they fit my hand just fine, but if you hate them, obviously, this one doesn't have it. I think the dimensions from here on up are the same. And I think you can actually use the same holster. Actually, let's go ahead and check that out. See if we can use our holster. I don't know. Yep, let's see. Yep, holster works just fine. Obviously, it's going to protrude a little bit because this one has a threaded barrel. We'll talk about that in a minute. But other than that, it's going to fit the same dimensions. I don't think, though, it's going to fit the Gen 4 because I think there was a slight difference. Actually, fits just fine. So if you have holsters for the Glock 19, the Glock 19X MOS will fit. I believe the same is true with the Glock 45 and the Glock 45 MOS. But, you know, don't take my word for it, since I have no idea what the heck I'm talking about most of the time. You know, purchase at your own risk. So one of the main reasons that I actually went this specific route, and it's going to seem stupid, probably going to get crap in the comments, but, you know, it is what it is. So when I purchased the Glock 19 MOS, I had to get a plate to attach this red dot. At the time, I think it did the Glock, not the Glock, the Holosun SCS. It's a lower profile one. It attaches directly to the slide. It's actually made with the MOS footprint. It had been out for, I don't know, a little while. It didn't have a ton of reviews, so I just went with this one. Now this one, because of that, I can't co-witness my irons, so I can only see the red dot, which again isn't a huge deal. But I figure, since I'm actually was going to purchase a Glock 45 with a SCS, so I can attach the low profile, I went ahead and decided. Okay, I'm back. So I'm not quite sure where I left off, but I think I was talking about the Holosun red dot and not attaching directly to the slide, but then the SCS did, and which is why I was going to go with the Holosun SCS on the Glock 45. So when I saw this one, this Glock 19X MOS, and I saw it was on sale, the thing that really sold me on it was not the threaded barrel. I'll talk about that in a second. The main thing was it actually comes with suppressor height sights. And I can't tell if that's actually slid over to the right or not, so I may need to check that. If I'm off accuracy wise, I'll just blame that. But anyways, this one has the higher profile sights. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this red dot over to this weapon. That way I can co-witness with the higher sights, and then I'll purchase the SCS to attach on this, and then that way I don't have to buy any sights. That's going to save me probably 60, 70 bucks. Plus the tools, again, not a ton of money, but I figure, you know, why not go ahead and repurpose this one, kill two birds with one stone. Honestly, that was the actual reason why I got this one, simply because it had suppressor height sights. Now, it does come with a threaded barrel, and honestly, I really don't know how I feel about a threaded barrel on a handgun. I mean, again, that would take the length out to here, it would kind of be like top heavy. Maybe if I was like shooting at home indoors, obviously that probably would be, you know, nice to have. This is going to be more like just something I use at the range. I might turn it into a home defense weapon if that is such a thing. But for now, I don't know that I'm going to put a suppressor on there. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you put suppressors on all your handguns? Now, I do want to get a can for the AR-15 that I just built. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check that out. I also have another PDW project that I'm working on. I'm just waiting on one of the items to go on sale. Once it does, I'm gonna go ahead and make that purchase. In the meantime, it's just collecting dust in the safe. So I don't think I will put a can on here unless you guys highly recommend it. If so, I'll go ahead and start that process. I think last time I heard when I was researching it, 6 to 8 months. Then I heard they were getting quicker, not sure. If you guys have made any purchases recently, definitely let me know. That's pretty much why I got this weapon and some of the features that a unlicensed, unprofessional person noticed. Again, like I said, the thread protector, and I think this one actually makes the barrel longer. So I don't know if this is the same size as a Glock 17 barrel. I'm not sure if that is. If that's true, let me know in the comments. If not, you know, sorry for lying to you guys. I will actually show you a little bit of comparison between the Glock 19 Gen 5 and the Glock 19X MOS. So ultimately, all the dimensions are the same except for the handle, as you can see there. The lengthwise, I believe, let me see if I can get this in camera. Okay, there we go. This is pretty much the same for the most part, I believe. The biggest difference is going to be the sights. One thing I forgot to cover actually when I was just showing you was the actual slide is a bit different. It has the rear serrations on all three. So the Gen 4, the Gen 5X MOS, and it looks like we have another package coming to the door. I'm just going to go ahead and let him leave the package out there, and I'll grab it in a minute. So this one actually has the front serrations, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so the Gen 4 that I have does not have front serrations. I don't do a lot of press checks. You know, I'm not, running around, doing press checks or anything like that. So if you guys do that, great. If not, whatever. So that's not a deal breaker for me. Again, like I just mentioned, I'm not doing a lot of press checks, but if you do a lot of press checks, just notice that, or just be aware that the Glock 19X MOS doesn't have it. Now the color on this one is a bit different. It's almost two-toned. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. This one is Cerakoted by a third-party company. So obviously I think this one is a Coyote Tan, I think was the color, or Coyote Brown, or I'm not sure. Anyways, this one is a little bit, okay, well, yeah, this one is darker than this one. And then this Glock 19X MOS obviously is two-toned, kind of for the most part. I don't know if those are my fingerprints doing that. Again, I haven't cleaned this. I haven't fired it. This is brand new. All I've done is I did an unboxing on a shorts video. If you haven't checked any of my shorts videos, definitely go ahead and check those out. It's a slightly different content style than my normal videos, but anyways, check them out if you like them. If not, don't. So now I'll actually compare the Glock 19 Gen 4 to the Gen 5X MOS. Again, everything is the same except for this one is a little bit longer. The slide is slightly different. It just has a little beveling at the top. This one does not. This one does not have the front serrations. Neither does this one. Other than that, I mean, I think everything is pretty much, you know, comparable. Again, it's a Glock 19 platform, so that's something that I was actually happy about when I purchased this weapon, is that obviously I'm already familiar with the Glock 19, so I figured why not make another purchase of another Glock 19. I still plan on getting the Glock 45 MOS, just because I like Glocks and, you know, why not? But I'm gonna wait for a sale. And on that one, I think I might try to do like maybe like a Cerakoted paint job, or I don't know, maybe something crazy, something different. Maybe I'll change the trigger. I know they have the Glock performance trigger. Maybe I'll get a paint job and be cool like the cool kids on Instagram. I don't know, we'll see. The other thing that gets me is I would love to have a staccato. Those things are just cool, like a 2011. I know they're all the rage. I'm not sure what everybody does for a living or how everybody's able to afford, you know, $5,000 weapons or $4,000 weapons. Maybe at some point in the future, I'll get one of those. But for now, I'll probably just stick to Glock. And not just Glock, I actually like, you know, SIGs. One of my, again, if you watch my other videos, you know the P365 was what I was carrying prior to carrying this. There's some other things that I want, but again, you know, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't get paid off of this. I'm kind of just making videos just because I wanted to track my journey on, you know, getting more proficient. So I will be heading back to the range. I'll probably go to the indoor range to test this one out. I started a new job, so my schedule has been kind of hectic and crazy. I don't want to wait, so I'm going to go ahead and take this to the indoor range, get some shots off. Hopefully I'll get a video of that. Then at some point, maybe in the next week or two, I will be able to go to the outdoor range to test this puppy out. I don't have, obviously, a red dot, which you can tell. I will be swapping these over, but I'm going to have to honestly wait for a sale. And I don't think there's any major holidays coming up in the next couple of months, so it may be a while before I actually do that. In the meantime, I'll probably just shoot with the iron sights. So other than that, I mean, I really don't have anything else for you guys. Again, I will have a video coming up talking about my EDC. I'm going to be making some changes. I gave this the good old college try, but something needs to change because it's just not working for me at the moment in its current configuration. That's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video.